So basically, we did till Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Bhuta. We didn't take up Deva.
Namo Buddhaya, sir.
Namo Buddhaya. So basically, what we need to understand as a Ariya is investigation, Vimamsa. The first thing is Mimamsa or Vimamsa. So out of the four Iddipada, Chandidipada, okay, then Virya, then Samadhi, then Vimamsa. So basically, what's different between the other tradition and Buddha teaching is all about Vimamsa, and that's what Vipassi means, one who investigates. So you require to get into Abhinya, which we spoke earlier. So when it comes to Deva, what he should do? So you have to refer to Uposatta Sutta, and you should establish yourself in the Deva realm to know for sure that you can be in Deva. Now, there are many ways of getting into Deva. You need not have to go through the Buddha teaching to get into Deva. But if we go by the Buddha teaching, then you will not do many things which will get into an apaya. Like the 6 things what he speaks about as a Sotapanna. So now the question comes, how do we know one is a Sotapanna? In fact, there is one sutta called Sota. Okay, just a Sota. And it says that one who has learned, asutavi, asutavu, and he uses this all the time, one who has not heard the Dhamma. So a Sotapanna is one who has heard the Dhamma. Okay? And he is able to understand the 5 aggregates. That's the culmination of it. Starting point is that he has heard the Dhamma, and ending point is that he has understood for himself that it is 5 aggregates. When we say a person means 5 aggregates. That he has done investigation, and he has found for himself that he doesn't have to rely on anyone or anything, and he knows it is 5 aggregates. So he can be in the world when he's interacting with people, and when he's not interacting with people, he can be with the 5 aggregates. So in many suttas, Buddha says to the monks that after lunch, after finishing your pindapata, go and take any shelter and investigate the 5 aggregates. Right? So a Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami are secure because their way of doing is 5 aggregates. So they built up on 5 aggregates. So that divides into 2 parts. One is the dhatu, one is the ayatana. So the whole objective here is to ensure not to have this combination. If it is combined, then the consciousness associates with it, relishes with it, nandi, and that creates tanha, craving. So if you want to cut it, split it into 5 parts, and that's it. So he uses 2 keywords. One is abhinya, like this doing 5 aggregates. Then he uses parinya. Okay, that means he is understanding it on his own. Not that Buddha is saying, on his own. So now the question comes, can any other tradition get into a Deva realm? Absolutely true. And how does a normal person and a Buddha followers attain the Deva? They follow by what is mentioned in Anguttara Nikaya 3.70, Uposatta Sutta. So you should have five abilities. One is Saddha, Sila, Sutta, Jaga, Panya. So you should have that ability. I don't have that ability. Then there's no point in going further on the 24. You better have that. And then we will cover. That's how it would be. So what does a Sakadagami do then? Sakadagami reduces attachment to it. So another sutta worth mentioning for us to go till the end is Chula Vedala Sutta, the discussion between Visakha and Dhammadinna. There, you will come to know how a Sotapanna would be, how a Sakadagami would be, how an Anagami would be, and how a Arhat would be. And Visakha not being an Arhat, his questions beyond the point of Sakadagami starts to be like a child asking the parent. But he's at least reached Sakadagami, he's reached Anagami, but he's not an Arhat. And you will come to see. So it's one great sutta to compare with oneself, because straight question answers. There's nothing to guess. It's very simple. Sila, Samadhi, Panya, 3 sections. So what comes under Sila, what comes under Samadhi, what comes under Panya? So as a Sotapanna, how does he see 5 aggregates? As a Sakadagami, how does he see 5 aggregates? How an Anagami he sees 5 aggregates, and how an Arhat would see 5 aggregates. Simple. That's a basic thing. In that you can see, and now we can really understand the anicca, dukkha, anatta nature, which is the nature, meaning the rupa can be this now and can be that later. The Vedana can be this now and that later. The Sanya can be this now and that later, like that. That is how it is. As long as we can't see Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, the Bhuta cannot be seen. So let's say in our group, people are still Putujana. They've heard the Buddha Dhamma, but they have not understood it. They will not able to get it at all till the Bhuta stage. Your Bhuta is a combination of it. That's the reason it's called Bhuta. Now, all of us are Bhuta at this point in time. Yes, we are humans, but basically we are Bhuta. So, Yatha Bhuta is also again used. Bhuta is how it has become. So, can you see how it has become? How the consciousness has taken? It can take any form, any shape. That's all. It's taken. Using the same Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, it has taken shape. That's all what it is. So that is Bhuta. So it takes the shape of a Deva because of its purity. It is called Deva. But that is still Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. So that means we need to get into Vimamsa. Vimamsa Iddipada. So for that, the primary thing is Sati. Without Sati, this kind of classification, looking at it, is not possible. That's the reason if we see what is Buddha Dhamma, it is defined in DN1, Brahmajala Sutta, MN1, this Mula Pariyaya Sutta. Only 2 suttas completely defining what is Buddha. In fact, in the DN1 we saw people misunderstand Buddha Dhamma means morality. No, not at all. It's nothing to do with morality. And some people think Buddha Dhamma means sitting in Samadhi. No, not at all. Some people think it is only Panya. No. Some people think it is a combination of Sila, Samadhi, Panya. No. Nothing like that. So when we don't understand it correctly, the confusions prevail. So we get to a point when we think that this is what it is. So we try to fix it. And in Buddha Dhamma, there's nothing called fixing anything. There's no fix. There's nothing fixed. Because if you fix it, it becomes a problem. So Buddha never answers the 10 questions if posed by anyone to fix it. Antavaloko, anantavaloko. He will not answer. What do you mean? What are you talking? Tam jivam, tam shariram, anyam jivam, anyam shariram. He will not. Where Tathagata exists or Tathagata doesn't exist. Tathagata exists and neither exist nor exist. So they keep on putting all of these questions because human mind wants to fix it, want to get fixated. This is what it is. And if it is fixated, it goes to one, it tends to one side, maybe to the left side or to the right side. It doesn't follow the middle path. So you can't fix it. Meaning, he can explain to you how to get into Deva, but that's not the end of it. He can tell you how to get into Patvi, but that's not the end of it. So investigation requires Samadhi. And Samadhi requires Virya. And Virya requires Chanda. And you require 5 Indriyas. 100% you require. Without which you can't do anything. So first I need to have Sati Indriya. That's not there, not work. No matter how much Shraddha I have. Sorry, sir. You will become Saddhanusari. You're on the way to become a Sotapanna. No, sir, I have good Panya. Doesn't work. You become a Dhammanusari. Sir, I have got too much of energy, restlessness. So I can get into jhana. It will be laziness. So you need to have a balance of the 5 indriyas. So a Sotapanna to coming into Arhat, by the time he is an Arhat, all the 5 indriyas are balanced. Anagami cannot have so much of balance. So he will be, his plane is going here, there. Worse is Sotapanna, but better is Anagami, but that's all. Okay. So with this introduction, I would like to say how to get into Devaralam. You exactly follow what is instructed in the manual. If we were to call Uposatta Sutta as a manual, do exactly that. Your mind will lean towards Deva. You know how to get into jhanas, to get into Deva. Beyond this point, when you go into Pajapati onwards, you need to get into jhana, without which nothing can be experienced. I will cover up all of that, but I can 100% assure you, you will not experience a single thing without jhana. What is there to experience? There's the state of that existence have to be experienced. Pajapati is a state of existence. Brahma is a state of existence. Abhasara is a state of existence. Subhankina, Vehapala, Abhibhu, Akashanchayatana, Vinyananchayatana, Akinchayatana, Nevasanya, Nasanyayatana, Dhita, Sutta, Mutta, Vinyata, Ekata, Nanatta, Nibbana. The state of existence. You need to really know, yes, this is what I have reached. This is the point I've reached. If you have not done, for whatever reason, you can know it, but It's just we completed the sutta. So beyond Deva, it's impossible to explain and to say how it would be. Not possible. I will tell you how to go there, but you have to go there. It's like I'll get you a ticket to the Disneyland, but you should go to Disneyland. It's not that the Disneyland is going to come to you. If you have to take an simile, so you have to get there for yourself, because you need to get abhinya. You need to see it in a different way, and you get parinya. So you know you have transcended it. So there's no doubt. So actually Visikiccha keeps on reducing till everything has been removed. Because at present I have not seen Deva. So what's the point? I just agree. But he says manyana. No manyana. Ma manni. Don't take it. Like when I was in that VRI Vipassana on the 7th day, I was able to see a Deva. The way he explained the Kalapa and the way Goenka had explained Kalapa is a huge difference. 5th day actually, I knew what is Kalapa, but the way I was doing was slightly different. I didn't do as what VRI was talking about. But on the 7th day, when I really had that experience, it was amazing. I could now see how Patvi changes to Apo, how Apo changes to Tejo, Vayu, Akasa. So I could see all the 5. Now I could see, exactly seeing. And now there's no doubt in my mind that this thing doesn't exist. I know it is there. So it's self-revealing. So it revealed. And the way that Deva explained to me was far superior than what I was hearing on the audio. And that's the truth. It was different way. So how the deity was telling me was totally different. Even though I did not open my eyes to see who it is, but I knew some being is talking to me and telling me what I should do. And I started doing it. Started revealing. So you know that the Deva realm. In 95 also I've seen it. So I know I have seen it. It's not any doubt. And in 2018 I have seen it. So I have no doubt there's no Deva realm. There is. Because I've seen it. It's seeing what is believing, not just taking as believing. So you should see. If you don't see, then you will just take it. Maybe it exists. Maybe I can't see. No, nothing like that. You will see. What do you mean you can't see? Okay. Even if you are going on a Panya side, you will see. It doesn't matter whether you're going on the Saddha or you're going on Jhana or whatever it is. Irrespective of that, you should see, you will see. And that's what is there in Kitagiri Sutta also. So you can't skip the step saying that, you know what, I'm leaning towards Panya and that's all I know. That's not true. Not at all. So you require the jhana, you require the saddha, you require everything else there. Nothing can be skipped. Nothing can be skipped. And that's the reason it's part of Mula Pariyaya Sutta. Otherwise, Buddha would have said all these are not required as an Ariya. You should have. He could have said all these are Anariya, so none of these are required. No. Even in Panchaganga Sutta, he says you need to have this, and many other suttas. Anyway, so you need to have. Why that? Read Chula Vedala Sutta. She says you need to get this experience. Read Mahavedala Sutta. Same thing. You need to have Vitaka Vichara Piti Sukha Ekagata. That's straight and honest. If you can't do it, you lost it. That's it. So you have to do something to get it. I don't know what you're going to do and how you're going to do. Like in the case of Ariya, he is able to do first level in driving. So let me cover that up before we move forward. There are 4 states. Okay. The first stage, or even before getting the first stage, generally, as a normal worldling, we see only arising. Day is arising, but we are not seeing the ceasing. We're not bothered about ceasing because we have put labels in such a way that it doesn't seem to be ceasing. What does that mean? A child has a first year birthday. It's arising. The birthday has arisen. But what really has happened is it has lost 1 year. It's a death day, not birthday. It ceased to exist. If it was supposed to live for 100 years, it can only now exist for 99 years. If somebody by that token is 54, 53, 50s, he has lost 50 years, has ceased to exist. Right? But we are seeing only forward pass. We're not seeing the backward pass. So when Ariya was driving, he can see things falling apart. So at that moment, mind lets go of the upadana, holding on to. So there is a bliss feeling. That's the first stage. Then comes the second stage. You need to see the arising and cessation both happening together. As it arises, so it fades away. Just like if you see on the horizon, the sun is just moving. It doesn't stop there, actually. So we can be calling it as dawn and this and that, whatever sticker you want to put, keep on putting. It doesn't make any difference to the sun. It keeps on moving like this. And the same thing is happening in our body. It keeps moving. So the next stage is arising and passing. And when you get that, like what happened to Ariya's ex-boss, and he was still. But now he's in arising and passing. But what next? Yeah, it will come to the stillness of the mind. The mind gets stilled. It just stops. It just stops. That's it. That is, out of the 4 things, leaving out the first thing, what are the other 3 things? It becomes animitta, no nimitta, so it stills. And that's there, that's covered in Chula Vedala Sutta also. No nimitta. There's nothing thing in particular, no thing in particular. Then after that, what happens? It will drive towards appanihita. Meaning there's no desire to come back. There's absolutely no desire to come back into any existence. So the last stage after stillness, this is stillness, these 2 taken together, you feel stilled. Then it takes you into shunyata. It's a shunyata bhumi, where nothing exists. because there are no senses to sense it. And that's the end. So while walking, you're walking like this. This going, coming, coming. If you keep on watching, it becomes the second stage, rising and passing. So this is what Zen meditation will try to do. Focus, bending, stretching, like that. So that you want to see how these things is happening. It's just a process. It's not anything being there. So you Zen meditation is very good for those people who cannot observe. So it's very nice. So it's just, and be aware that you're bent. This is bending. This is stretching. So when you're stretched and it's bent, the stretching is gone, passed away. And when it is bent, the stretching is gone. But when you stretch, the bending is gone. So it arose, stayed, passed away. And what Buddha Gosa calls it as Uppadatiti Bhanga. Okay, that's what Goenka also says. But in the Samadhi Sutta, Buddha uses a different language for that. But the same thing, but a different language. Okay, so there is a tithi, stays before it goes away. River, lakes, anything will have the same. So you got it. If you get it, the mind becomes still. Then you will get into this Deva, Pajapati, Brahma, all of that. Because then you're in the first jhana. Because Savitaka Savichara is a word, is a perfect thing used. Where does the Vitakka Vichara happens? Somebody were to ask. It's in Vachi Sankhara. It's a mental verbalization. I will do this, I'll do that, I'll sit like this, I'll sit like that. There's verbalization happening. You're not verbalizing through your mouth, but there's a verbalization happening inside your mind. Unless the verbalization is not going, nothing can be accomplished. So Buddha says, bring in Savitaka Savichara. Let's say I bring in breath as my Savitaka Savichara. Beautiful, because it's neutral. Bring it. And concentrate on Upekha. And then you get it. Once you get it, you can see the Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Bhuta. So you have done Abhinya. Now you are ready to see into Deva. And to get into Deva realm, do exactly as said in the Uposatta Sutta, and you are in the Deva realm. And you will know that you are in Deva realm. Whatever he says there. From each one of them. Chatumarajaka to Tavatimsa to this, like that. You can see how far have you gone. If you were to die this moment, meaning if the consciousness were to separate at this point in time, your mind leans to that. So you can see, it's leaning towards it. Now you have to cut it off, because if you stays there, it leans there, just like we're leaning on the sensual. So you cut the sensual. Now you have to cut the Deva, so that you can now establish it in the Pajapati. Then you cut Pajapati, then you establish it in Brahma, then you cut Brahma, then you establish it in Abhasara, then you cut from Abhasara, then you come into Subhankina, then you cut Subhankina, then you come into Vehapala, then you cut Vehapala, come into Abhibhu. Then you will start to hear divine sounds, divine voices and all that. So then you cut from there and go into Akasha and Chaitan. Then all the four, Akasha, Vinyana, Akincha, Nevasanya. Then you come to Theta. Theta, Sutta, Mutta, Vinyata, all the four. Then you get Ekatta, Jnanatta. Then the subtlest, Nibbana. Now you have done Abhinya by that token. So we are still in Deva, Just giving you a walkthrough how it can be done. So you have to develop the ability. And that's the reason I'm pushing hard for all of you to get into jhana. There's a reason why I'm doing that, because you need to see all of this, and then it is believing. Otherwise, it just the mind is, see, at the time of death, mind should pick up that. Otherwise, it will pick up something in random. No matter how much we have debated, discussed. And the death can be any time. So we have to bring in Marananasati, all the six anusatis. Buddhanusati, Dhammanusati, Sanghanusati, Marananasati, Chaganusati, Devatanusati. You see the last one, Devatanusati. That's very important. If you miss Devatanusati, you're dead. The mind should establish in Devata realm, Deva realm. Don't forget that. And you should see the Deva. Meaning you should know you're in the Deva realm. Otherwise, what's the point? I keep on praying. I don't know whether Deva is there or not. I think Buddha says Deva is there. So let me believe. Like in Christianity, they believe in angels. Have they seen a single angel in their life? It's just a belief. In Hinduism, there are thousands of gods. Do they exist? Yes, they do. But have they seen? No. Only few have seen. But they exist. You go and ask the Sufi saints, they'll talk about the Devas, even though they're Muslims. So we need to get that. So there are two ways of getting it. One is Anariya method, one is Ariya method. So we have come into the Ariya method now. We have spoken about what is Ariya and all that. So I don't think so. We have to go again back there. Now we are in a state of coming into this discussion. Okay. So what help you to get into Deva realm is Uposatta Sutta. Need to be done on Uposatta day. 6 months if you do, you will get into Deva realm. That means 6 full moon, 6 new moon. Some people do Attami or Ashtami. I don't know why they do it. It's never been there. But anyway, somebody does Ashtami, so be it. But you need to do exactly what is mentioned there. Then you get all the 5. First, you should get all the 5. 1, Jaga. You should give up this body and have a intense desire to be the Deva. Jaga. At present, the consciousness believes this body is the body and this family and all that. Right? So, cut out that. So, you have Chaga. Then the second one is Saddha. Then you should have faith that you're going to see the God. Okay. Then, after faith, you should have Sati. Sila. You should have exactly Sila of a Deva. And after that, you have Chaga, Saddha, Sila, Sutta. Sutta means scripture. What the scripture says, how to get into that state. So you need to know the process. Last one is Panya. You get the wisdom of the Deva existence. So what Buddha says, ito chuta tato utpanna. Here the chuti happens and there it appears. So I am also like that. So may I abide in the Deva. So now you have to look at Chatu Maharajaka to begin with. And you will feel it. There's a Vedana, 100% Vedana. And there's a perception, Sanya. It's not Nirodha, it's Sanya. Like you have a perception of human. Now you get a perception of this God existence, Chaturmaharajaka. And having abided, stayed in that, you can move next. To where? Tavatimsa. Then it makes sense. Because you need required perception and feeling. And in the end, it is Sanya Vidit Nirodha. You require Sanya. You are knowing that the consciousness is the knower. It takes you there. There's a perception in the consciousness. It perceives the God realm because it knows. And there is a feeling of God realm. Perception and feeling. But you know it is going to be impermanent. It will come back. So there is dukkha because you can't establish it for a long time. Then there is no atta because now you are having a human body. You have thrown out the human body. You have reached Tavatimsa. What happened? Simple. Patavi went away. This Patavi went away. It was replaced with Apo, Tejo, Vayu, Akasa. More of Akasa, more of Vayu, less of Tejo, more of Apo, and less of Patavi. And hence it is called as fine material form. You will see that that body and this body are two different things. For your own experience, you have seen it. That's abhinya. You know, interesting. That body and this body are so different. So you'll have a conscious experience. And from there, this looks like shit. So you know, then the chaga will start. Tyaga, giving up. This is not the one. Just like what happened to Nanda when he saw the celestial beings. So when you get there, then you push, then you push, then you push. Like I was telling George, his friend, his ex-boss. So push, and you push it, push it, push it, push it. You go to the top of the Deva. That's a Kama Sugati, end of Kama Sugati. You've seen it for yourself. Then you let it go. Because there is far more better thing than the Kama Sugati. Then you come back, establish in Pajapati. Then you let go Pajapati, get into the first jhana, which is Brahma. Out of the 16 Brahma realms, you started with the one. Then you start pushing, 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 pushing. Go to the last of the thing, where you get into anagami existence. And then push further, get into arupa. Now you've seen kama, rupa, arupa. Kama tanha, bhavatanha, vibhavatanha. Kama bhava, rupa bhava, arupa bhava. You've seen it for yourself. So now Patisamutpada is completely seen because you've seen it for yourself. The bhava which is happening. I was in Kama bhava. It's gone. Now I am in Rupa bhava. That's gone. I'm in Arupa bhava. It's gone. Now I know it is not stable. Adhuva, not dhuva. Dhuva means stable. It's not stable. It's not secure either. Because anything that is unstable is insecure. So now I know there is no security. Only Nibbana is the secured one. There's everything else is conditioned. I can see. Now my abhinya and parinya are both are working. I'm fit enough to go into the arupa and the rupa. I can keep on traversing between arupa, rupa, 8 to 1, 1 to 8, 8 to 1, 1 to 8. I can keep on doing it. Okay, that's it for today on the Deva. You'll get all the Deva realms as indicated in that Upasatta Sutta. Exactly to the dot. Then you will have a tremendous faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha because you're seen for yourself. Otherwise, right now you're just believing it. It makes no sense. What's there to believe? So I wish you see it. Yes, Mangala.
Uh,
Namo
Namo
Buddhaya.
Buddhaya, sir. We missed you all these days, and especially for me, the morning sessions are very easy to understand. My languages are very, very bad.
Okay, no worries.
So I've been with you for a few months, and I'm quite a senior person. You must be exactly my son's age.
Right.
But I really want to thank you because the day I joined, Vijaya told me that I met Vijaya a few years ago. She's my classmate from Lady Harding. And I told her, I've read a lot, and the only scientific religion that I find is Buddhism. And, I read a lot, and I don't believe in any particular religion. And since I joined you, my past is the medical past. So we think about dissecting the body and bones and, microscopic level and molecular level. And ever since I joined you, I'm very slow. My progress with you, according to me, is very slow. But everything that I take in, that I internalize, is very scientifically. I take it in a very scientific way, and I find that it has a lot of scientific relevance and truth. And the day I joined you, I 2 to 3 months prior to that, I had a severe heart attack. All my three arteries were blocked. They were going to take me for surgery, and I said I don't want surgery. I'm not going in for my religion. My soul or my beliefs don't allow it. Will not allow. The surgeon was very surprised, because my husband is a general surgeon. And they all were so surprised. I said, no. They said, you'll be gone in another few months, if your arteries are so blocked. So I said, nothing doing. I'm going to go home. And it was like, I keep telling Vijaya that Buddha has come to me, he's come to save my life. One day she rings up out of the blue after many months and she says, this person, he talks in a very simple, in our language, he talks, and that's when I met you. That's when I've been very regular in attending your classes. The benefit has been tremendous. It's very scientific. I can relate it to my, medical sciences. So that is the truth with Buddha. The other religions I feel have been, uh, sort of murkied or disturbed by the Brahmins and whatever. Why they may have a lot of truth in their origin, but somehow this has been carried to a large extent with a lot of truth. So I'm following it. I don't know. I have not classified myself into any, sotapan. Yeah, I wouldn't mind considering myself as a Putujan, but for me, the even the physical aspects of my disease have improved in a tremendous way. So I want to not only thank you, but this is to tell everybody that there is a lot to be taken from, not only lot, but I think this is the ultimate. So thank you very much, and I found a way for myself. Thank
I'm
you,
glad
sir.
to know, Mangala. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah, there is much to it. So I want everyone to experience the defying moments. It's really defying. When you enter into the Deva realm, you know what you've missed so long. You feel what a loss. No matter how
Yes,
much money we have had, it doesn't make any sense.
uh, absolutely. In fact, I got the pain and the heart attack only because I was in deep sadness. I'm an athlete. I run. I got it in the swimming pool. I used to swim equivalent to an 18-year-old, and that was because my mind was very disturbed, extremely disturbed. And now I feel I'm on the right path. The day I introduced myself to you, I nearly missed an atrium and my heart was going on flutter. It was paining. So I just wanted to tell you that, it's been a wonderful time with you. Albeit a very slow, my progress and, my attendance has been slow because I'm married to a man who smothers me. I don't, he will not let me have any friends and he will not even let me cross the road outside my house. So I listen to you very clandestinely and I follow you. And it's because he's very possessive and we are still madly in love even after 42 years of marriage.
Good for
So,
you.
yeah, I mean, he's a setback in a different way, but he is more of a Buddhist in his actions. And that is the only reason why I'm slow, that I don't want to hurt him because he's already on the right path. So, but for me, I'm a bit different. I mean, I've explored a lot of things. I'm a bit impulsive. So it's been a very nice journey being with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So that concludes our journey on Deva. So, how to attain Deva? You don't have to run behind that. Just go to Uposatha Sutta, do it for 6 months and see it for yourself. The magic happens. That's it. Just do what it is said there. In fact, it's a working manual. It's just a working manual. If you do exactly do what he says there, what he's explaining to Visakha in that, you just exactly do it. Don't even have to do a single thing different. And for all those people who think that they shouldn't be eating twice a day or this and that and some stupid arguments, it is night food is not allowed. Ratti bhojana, bhunjeya, na bhunjeya means don't partake night food. In fact, Ayurveda also says eating in the night is a disease. Don't eat in the night. But there is no way it says that you have to eat only once in a day. In fact, there is another sutta where Buddha says how should one eat? It's called Bhojana Matyanutta. What does it mean? He says, Neva Davaya, Namadaya, Namandanaya, Navibhushanaya. That one is what eating is. So don't get into these stupid arguments with people saying that you should eat only once and this and that and do continue your life just by not eating. Things are not going to happen. It's how you relish the food is more important than what you eat. So just do what is Uposatta Sutta Anguttara Nikaya 3.70. So just do what it is required. Yes, Ariya. That is there. Eka Bhattika is also there. But first, do what the sutta says you to do. And also read about on Bhojana Matyanutta. Yes. I'll just give you some examples, okay, which will make you understand. I'm an adept Christian. Let's say, very adept. And I believe in Christ. Just have Christ. Exactly do what Christ does. And take the pain. Just like what he did. That's it. You will be in the Deva world. Okay, this is one. Second, I'm an adept Hindu. Exactly follow what Krishna says. On the dot. You will be in Deva realm. And we already spoken about Buddha. Now, what's the difference between 1 and 2 and 3? The Buddha says it's unstable. That's all. But if somebody wants to get into the Deva realm or the Brahma realm or whatever realms, first you need to go there. You can't be cheated out saying that I don't want to go, but I will study. Bad argument. Like in the computer programming language, bad arguments. Yes, Ariya. No, that is how you give up, right? You replicate the quality. Like I replicate the quality of the Buddha. So somebody will replicate the quality of Jesus. Somebody will replicate the quality of Krishna or Rama or whatever they believe in, or Muhammad or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You replicate the quality, and when you have that quality, you will get into all the five: Saddha, Sila, Sutta, Chaga, Panya. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Because that's how it is, right? See, now you have been tested by some idiot, random idiot coming and talking to you, irritating you. Why you should get irritated? Just now, I was talking to my colleague. Then in India, I don't think so. I don't know why people are so foolish, or this country is made out of fools than anything else. I sometimes get to feel that. So there is a language issue which is going on in India for the last few days. Okay, so there is a state called Tamil Nadu, and they don't want to introduce Hindi in schools, which they already have. They have CBSE and all of that, and they're already having it. But somehow they don't want to do or whatever it is. So this colleague of mine, we were having breakfast, I didn't want to talk anything on anything, but he's kept on persisting. So to shake him up, I have to tell him, get lost from this. I don't care what happens. I told him, look, worst case, what's going to happen? Each state will become a country. So be it. What's my problem in that? Why are you asking me again and again, what do you think? What should I think? I don't have to think anything. So then he's saying, look, in Karnataka, this state, you shouldn't talk in Hindi and all that. I said, I don't care whether people speak in Hindi or Kannada or whatever language. So then I explained to him, how does it matter? But for him, it matters. Right? So I didn't speak until thrice. He kept on asking. Then I had to literally howl at him. So he's shaken up. I said, "No, sit." Even though I didn't have any mind to do that, but I had to shake him up. So I was remembering Uba Kane, how he did for his one of the student. He shouted at him, and then that guy almost was frozen. Yes. Yeah, that's right. So he was worked up on this language. I said, worst case, worst, what's going to happen? Maybe India will have so many languages, so many countries like Singapore. Good for it. And then we will block all Tamilians coming to Karnataka, throw them out. No Malayalis are going to be there in Karnataka, throw them out. So we throw everyone out. That's all is going to happen. What else can happen? So just like now,
We can give some visa, right?
yeah, now we can issue a visa. So then we'll say we'll not, just like what Trump is saying, we will be doing it. So then you have people coming to Bangalore will say, no immigration. Sorry. No immigration, illegal or legal, it doesn't matter. You don't. So like that. If you really see why these things comes, is because we are not given up. The tyaga is not there. If you want to get something higher, you should let go of something which is so lower. Language, religion, caste, culture, tradition, some stupid things, you just keep it aside because there is far more better thing than this. Leave it aside, politics and all that, throw it aside. Anyway, that doesn't even come anywhere close. Throw it.
But Vilashi, what is that word just now you used? Tyaga?
Chaga, C-A-G-A.
Is it same as Tyaga? Tyaga?
Yes, Pali is Chaga and he in Sanskrit is Tyaga.
Oh, Malayalam also is Tyaga. Okay,
Yeah,
Tyaga.
Kannada also Tyaga
So-
only.
Oh, so they are the. So now I understand the correct meaning of that. So it is a kind of very higher quality of generosity, right?
Tyaga means you give up, so that
Give up.
whatever you're holding, you just give up. Then let us say somebody comes asking for money, you know that is far superior than this printed one. Take it. See, that is how you do it, right? See, first you hold it like one child is holding one Lego toys like this. I will not give, not give. Then the father shows him some moving toy. Then he throws this out. Then holds on to this moving toy because it's far better than this non-moving toy. Next time, he doesn't even hold that toy because he did chaga. Then his father makes it even more better. He gives him some mechanical construction kit. Then he feels this is not good. He throws that away. and takes this mechanical construction kit. Just like Aryu's son is now skiing. So he's keep on throwing one after the other. So every 3 months, he changes his way of doing things. Now he is a skier. So next time onwards, he will say to Aryu that, Dad, take me to ski. Because now he learned how to ski. So fast he could learn. So that is Tyaga. Now you go and give him some Lego toys. He'll say, Dad, come on, grow up. What are you giving me? Then he says, you were playing with this. Yeah, out of my ignorance, I was playing with that. I've grown up, Dad. Come on, you grew up. In the same way, when you are playing with your wife and kids and everything, it is like a toy, which you don't have any better toy, so you play with them. When you get a better toy, you throw out all of this. Because better thing. That's how you do. Until I get it, I can keep on saying, oh, you know what, my family is my concern, my constraint, I'm constrained by my family. As though the family is sitting and doing like this to him. No. That fellow doesn't have any better toy. So he's just trying to say that I don't have a better toy, let me play with this toy. And keep on complaining. That's all what has happened. If he gets a better toy, he will automatically leave it, let it go. And hence it's called Tyaga. Simple, no. See, till I reached US, I never seen US in my life. And then I'm given H1B visa and I love working in US. So I let go of all the things in India because I see a better stay, better car, better road, better things. Then I feel what's there in India. Then my friend will come and say, hey, Vilas, what are you talking? You should be an Indian. I say, yeah, you're right. But I'm okay. So something like that.
Well, I see that the sutta and what I've shared just now, Sunnagata Sutta, it talks same thing what you're talking now, like, from the sensual pleasures to the highest jhana, how, whoever is attaining, they will not be interested in the lower things.
Exactly.
Yeah, this particular sutta. Today I was reading that, so
whatever I'm saying from there only. I mean, out of experience. You'd know it for sure that there's better things than that.
exactly the same thing is Buddha is talking in that sutta.
Good that I'm not distorting even a word or even a full stop.
Sunnakata, he was a troublemaker all the time. He was not believing in. So he was telling how it works.
Yes.